vast swamps and wilderness areas of the state of Florida are home to a legend. Join Team Crypto Reality as they go after the truth. Go! For the first time in Bigfoot research history, you're going to see what it takes to be a real Bigfoot researcher. Real story from behind the scenes. Turns out, finding Bigfoot was the easy part. The Bigfoot Researcher's Journal. Seeing is believing.
So I'm working on the film today, and you know, we found quite a few that were really close to us. You can see there's one of them. Got his face there coming through the bush, and you can actually see the top of his head where his hair gets like kind of tufty at the apex. We were hearing little brush and stuff popping, but it wasn't anything significant, you know. So we're almost done with the film, and we got Kerry coming in, so we're making preparations.
Wow, that looks like Mark's ass.
What's going on, dude?
What's up, big guy? I'm alright.
Welcome to Florida.
Is this the United States still, or what?
It's the team's first time in the field with Kerry, so Mark stops for a minute to break it down.
Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on 3 different angles of shooting. So I just want you to try to remember this. We're all going to be the 3 of us together. I'm going to be in the middle. I want you to stay on my right side the entire day. I want you to stay on my left side. That's this side right here, right? Okay. And your angles are going to be out like this. I want 45-degree shooting from you guys. I'm going to handle the middle part with this camera. So we're going to cover about 70, 80 feet of bank with that, as opposed to just covering 30. We're going to get that done. So, and that's typically what they'll do. They'll stretch out on about a 70-foot radius. So we're going to get, if anybody pokes out on this end on the 45 with Kerry, he's going to get him. Left side, Melanie, you got that on the 45, and stay focused. I want 1 to 2 minute clips. Hold the camera as steady as you can. Stop the clip and start a brand new one. Okay? Then we'll move on to the next spot. We'll do the same exact thing. We're going to try to get in here, get this done, and then get out of here. Intrusive, you want to stay away from that. If anything happens in the bush, react accordingly, stop the clip, start a new one, or if it's drastic, just whirl around and get that camera steady. The most important thing is stabilization. Let's stay focused on it and get the team going here. Come on. We're going to get this done. Go team, baby. All right, come on.
Beautiful shot, right? Most people would say that, but most people have no idea what's in there. Each member of my team is an eyewitness. We know full well what's in there. It takes a lot of discipline to go in. Sometimes it's outright unnerving.
Walking in, kind of trying to creep a little bit, and we stopped, heard a little bit, thought we saw something, and coming down, we just heard dot dot splash right into the water. No doubt. There's nothing else it could have been. It was no alligator. That was steps. That was dot 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 pow into the water. Insane. I don't want to say what I said at the time, but it will make you jumpy.
You can tell by the look on your face.
Thanks.
You've seen a ghost.
It'll make you jumpy. It will. This place is tight. You would not believe how tight this place is.
When you hit this trail in Area 4, they're all over you.
We got the drone with us today. We're going to try to get in there, and hopefully on the way in, when we stop at those key spots, we'll get some movement. If we do, then we're going to try to go in on them. And normally what happens is they'll either move off to the west or they'll move off to the north. If we want them to move to the north, because that keeps them in our strip where we can film them. I'm not going in that deep shit over there.
Right.
Not following them. So hopefully they'll continue on. We've got audio today, so we're going to be running that audio to keep us aware of what's going on around us. I anticipate that when we get down to the spot, we're going to start hearing walking immediately, and so we'll pay close attention to that, and then when we're absolutely sure that we've got a few around us, we're going to fly that drone. The problem with prepping the drone is it takes a few. So we want to let them get as close to us as they can before we start prepping that drone. And what we want to do is prep it where one of us is prepping it and the other is still kind of milling around so they don't see both of us doing something. So we'll keep the camera issue tight today and stay focused, man. You know what I mean? And hopefully we'll get it done. We've been coming out here so long to this area now. And we've been in here so many times that we've just, come to expect that, they're going to be here and just start doing what they do on cue. And, they normally do that. But it's hunting season, and this time of year, they seem a little more shy about, moving forward than they, normally are. There's been times in here where there's only one explanation for what's walking through these bushes and moving these trees the way they're moving. Deer's not going to do that. Hogs aren't going to do that. We don't have any black bear here. We don't have any Florida panther here. I mean, they're supposed to be here, but encroachment on their habitat on those two species, especially the black bear and the Florida panther in Palm Beach County, has just pushed them out. So, you may have an odd report of one, but as far as Florida fish and game is concerned, there are no black bears here. And is there a potential for one? Sure. Occasionally we get something like that going, and like every 4 or 5 years you'll hear about something, and that animal is immediately tranquilized and relocated. And it's usually in an area that they don't belong, coming up from the south, from the Everglades, out of the Loxahatchee Game Preserve. But here, when something's coming through these bushes and you hear it, it's walking on two legs, and the entire other side of this waterway is erupting, and sometimes there's several of them at the same time, there's no doubt what it is.
On the last morning of Kerry's trip here, I decided to head into the island for the first time in over a year. I didn't know what to expect, and I guess really nobody did. But this is where we catch most of them on film from the other side of the water. We were apprehensive.
We were moving in pretty quick, and before we got to the water right there in the front, you could hear someone running off. And then just after that, you heard, "Wah!" That shit. Yeah, it was, I've never heard that in the woods anywhere, ever. So far, it's pretty thick getting in here on the island. But I can see why they would enjoy this place. We're not getting through here quick.
So Kerry, Melanie, and me, we just heard something jump into the water, and it sounded like it was swimming across. So I sent Melanie down real quick to film, and this is what she got. So if you're new to what we do here, that's a Bigfoot. Now if you look at it, what you can see very plainly is there's something there that's a cross between, it looks like a big giant ape, the head, and like a human. It's probably 8 feet tall. It's up real high on the other side of the bank, and it's staring at Melanie. You know, you're looking at a Sasquatch. This is a Sasquatch. Now we're going to advance frames, and you're going to be able to see this thing. You can see the slit for his mouth. But you got to learn to recognize that their bone structure is a little different than humans. Basically, this distance from the bottom of my nose to my upper lip, the Sasquatch has twice that. So his upper lip will be down somewhere around here. And they have a real thin slit, very thin lips.
Out here in Hungry Land, looking for tracks. Me and Mark walked all the way back, probably half a mile, maybe further. Well, like a mile, and nothing. On our way back out, Mark stops me in my tracks. Boom, right there, 2 tracks. Right. Well, that's left, isn't it? Left.
Yeah, left.
And a right. And it's a little bit too hard. You can kind of see the heel out here. And that's what kind of stride is that? That's a big stride. It's bigger than my stride. I'm 6'4".
And it's a tightrope walking.
Oh yeah, straight, one in front of the other.
You got one in front of the other.
No straddle.
One and right in front of the other. Bam, right up there.
And just
not only that, but show them your impression. How much you weigh, Kerry?
230.
230 with your boots and all that stuff. Come stand right next to it. Put your foot right next to this one here. And put all your weight on that single foot.
I'm on it.
Now move up. I'd say that's almost 3 times the depth at the pad of the foot.
Mm-hmm. Just for the sake of it, why don't you pan around and show everybody what it looks like out here, if anybody would be out here barefooted. If you're walking out here barefooted, you're a bad son of a gun. That's incredible, but it doesn't look like a human track.
Not
It's
even close.
Human-like. That doesn't look like a person. That's got mid-tarsal break in it. Also got serious arch in it.
There it is, folks.
Wow.
Well, we did it. We came out to find tracks.
What do you say, 10 inches?
Yeah, juvenile. Now what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to head out and I'm going to show you that exact same track from last year. The exact same individual's tracks. And this is a year later. You're going to see that same foot. Okay, this is the back of my heel. Here it comes right here, and then we got the mid-tarsal. We got toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one. But on this side, we've got this really sharp cleft, and then the heel's back here. But that's my boot,
And it's about an inch short of my boot, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna measure my boot when we get to the house. And that's what you got. There's the other one right there. Wow.
That's awesome.
Huh?
That's awesome. Fantastic.
Well, that's, hey man, that was made the whole journey worth it right there.
Yeah, that was
Anytime we come to Research Area 1, I get apprehensive and I start feeling anxiety. This is the place that I saw the first Bigfoot I ever saw. And, after that, Melanie and I conducted a lot of research here, both at night, in the early hours of the morning, and, throughout the days. And we've had a lot of very scary and unusual things happen to us when we research here at night. The Bigfoot in this area are much more aggressive than the Bigfoot in our other research area, Research Area 4. And there's always a little bit of concern about that. As you can see, I'm prepping the drone, and I figured it'd be a good idea to get a bird's eye look at what was going on with the area before we actually went in. Let's check it out. This is Research Area 1 from above. The leaves are brown. Darkness has begun to fall again. Everything that you wanted have to wait till tomorrow. That spot up there at the top of the screen is where the retired police officer was sitting in his truck before dawn, waiting for it to get light so he could walk to his deer stand down the trail that we're parked in front of. A Sasquatch exited those bushes on that tree line over there, walked up to his truck, and smacked its leg on his trailer hitch. That guy freaked out. He got a real good look at what lives out here in Research Area 1. This is the area that Ralph came across the trail in front of me, and he came out of this area right here on the left, and then I lost him over here. I once heard a guy on the internet try to say that there wasn't enough habitat in the state of Florida to hold the Sasquatch species. I find that statement humorous, given that this particular individual probably had never been to the state of Florida. And I can assure you, when you're on the ground, the vastness of just this area is baffling. And it's real easy to get lost out here. It's a beautiful shot, man. This place is incredible. And that's outside of there actually being Sasquatch here. We wanted to fly the drone a lot further today, but with the cloud cover, the satellite feed was very inconsistent, and the iPad feed for actually controlling and flying the device kept cutting off. So I turned it around and flew it right back, and I'm going to land it right in Kelly's hands. Carefully.